A man who cannot frighten you will try to shame you. Obiora understood this on the 5th day, when Ichie Okafor made his next move, not with a dead hen, not with shadows, but with the one weapon that cuts deeper than a machete in an Igbo community: gossip. By midday, the story had spread through every quarter of the village like palm oil in hot water, that Obiora's medicine had killed a child 3 rains ago, that his Dibia practice was corrupted, that the ancestors had turned their faces from him, that a man who speaks against an Ozo title holder is a man whose chi has abandoned him. None of it was true. All of it was believed by someone. Obiora sat in his obi and received it all quietly. Patients who had come to him for years sent their children to say they would not be coming anymore. An elder who had eaten at his table twice a week stopped greeting him on the path. Even the palm wine tapper, a man with no enemies in the world, crossed to the other side of the road when he saw Obiora coming. Adeze watched her husband absorb each small cut without bleeding outward. She said nothing. She cooked. She greeted every neighbor who still greeted them with twice the warmth. She was building something, a wall, but made of goodwill rather than clay. On the 7th day, Nwachuku sent for Obiora. The old man was worse. His breathing labored now, his lean body barely a shape beneath his wrapper, but his eyes were unchanged, sharp as a Dibia's knife. "He is running," Nwachuku said without greeting. "He looks like he is attacking," Obiora replied. "Same thing." The old man shifted on his mat. "When a man spreads stories, he is buying time. He is looking for a way out that does not destroy him completely. Somewhere, there are people he sold to. Somewhere, there is a coastal trader who kept records." Obiora looked up. "You think there is proof?" "I think a man who trades in human beings is also a man who keeps accounts." Nwachuku closed his eyes briefly, tired by the effort of thinking clearly in a failing body. "Find the trader's route. Find who else he passed through. The coast is not one man's secret." Obiora left before sunset and walked toward the one person in the village nobody ever suspected of knowing anything, the old woman who smoked fish at the edge of the market, whose son worked the river canoes all the way to the coast. He sat beside her mat as if buying fish. She did not look at him, but after a long silence, she said very quietly, "Third canoe landing after the silk cotton tree. Ask for the one they call Amu. He remembers every face." She wrapped his fish slowly, tied it with raffia, and said nothing more. Obiora walked home in the dark, the wrapped fish warm in his hands, and something else now, a direction.